Good day, everyone. Today's topic is all about Africa, and today's topic is that is Africa still a virgin for those who understand the meaning of Africa? You know, we have different continents on the earth. We have European continent, we have American continent, we have African continent, we have Asia continent. All of them have resources. They have the mineral resources which help them grow. They grow with all resources. Those who don't have resources, they partner with their neighbors who have resources. But how about the mother of the earth who have up to 35% of resources on this modern earth? Where are they? You know, as an African, born African, raised in Africa, that one thing I found out that our resources is among the best resources on this planet. And our resources is what European cannot live without. American cannot live without. Imagine our resources in this modern age. All eyes in Africa, China in Africa, India in Africa, Japanese in Africa. In African market, what type of what type of production do we have in our market? All of them come and came from America, the Asian Europeans. Despite the vision Africa still, despite the mineral resources Africa have left and right, our leaders still not know who they are. They are still sleeping in the hand of their masters. Born and raised in Africa, each time I watch the social media, watching around and listen to the news about how poor Africa is, I listen and check the, is it the, what do they call it? Check the resources of the Europeans and the rest of the world. I think, ask myself, what makes Africa poor? Does nothing makes African poor. What makes African poor is a hate and jealousy and envy. Without hate and jealousy and envy, nobody can open his mouth and say Africa is poor. Because Africa alone has 35% of human resources on this planet. Then what makes them poor? Africa can use what they have and get what they want. Every African, for instance, let's say every Malian, every Tanzanian, every Sudan, or every Ghanaian can drive a Lamborghini. Each, everyone should have a Lamborghini. They have what it takes. If those people don't have the resources, they never have resources. Their cousin, their uncle have resources. How do these resources use? They use it by the Western world under the name of master, under the name of we give independence, we give you the language, give you the Christianity, we give you the, what do they call it? They give you the religion, Arab, whatever kind of garbage is that. As the mindset they use, how they use to brainwash the Africans, which our leader signed the signature, and this signature is fighting the image of every African. Abidjan can become like Paris. Abidjan will have what it takes to turn the capital Abidjan to Paris. Dakar have the what it takes to turn the Dakar to Paris. Nigeria have what it have to take turn Nigeria to Paris. Ghana have it. Congo have it. South Africa have it. Yeah, those countries they're a little bit developed, but I can't compare them to those Western world who give the independence. This is high time for Africa to learn how to use their resources to get what they want. This is a hard time for Africa to protect the resources. Africa have the best desert in the world. Africa have the best sea in the world. Africa have the best greenland in the world, which you can plant and get everything you want. Any type of green vegetable you want. What about the sea? You can go there and fish without any chemical. What about the desert? We scientists cannot even explain the mighty of African desert. What about the mineral resources hidden here and there? Imagine a country like Nigeria have petrol. They have to take their petrol out of Nigeria to the Europe or America and refine it and bring it back to back to Africa, back to Nigeria, start selling it to citizens. It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace that Ghana is great with different type of mineral resources. Ghana is not like Parish. It's a disgrace that Angola have the different type of resources. Angola is not like New York. It's a disgrace that South Africa have all the home mineral resources. They are not like Paris and New York. This is time to let every African citizen to know that you have the right, you have the power to educate your children about the future, to educate their children who you are. Because Africa is the mother of the earth. Or if in Africa can be proud and boast of 35%, 30%, or 35% of resources on this planet, then what makes Africa not move forward? What makes Africa not great? Africa is a full of blessing for those who don't understand the meaning of Africa. If you reveal hate, if you remove envy, come to Africa, you can become a billionaire overnight. Chinese is making it happen. The reason why there is economic war between the United States of America and China is because China using another method to invade different country and try to develop the country by attaching themselves in the name of development by having access to resources, which the European did not. The European just come and give independence after looting the resources, then give independence, then give you constitution, then give you religion. They start looting the resources without development. There's no part of Africa if we come to Africa and say this stadium was built by Europeans and this stadium worth $200 million or 200 euro. There is no airport in Africa you come and say that this airport was built by one of European countries, including France, who have the highest rank in Africa. But billions and millions of resources are transported out of Africa to Europe and America. We have to beg for visa. We have to beg for military. Insecurity is killing us. Who are the insecurity? This is time for us to know who we are. Africa still a virgin, despite all the slavery, despite all the looting, despite the constitution. We are still a virgin. God bless us. Let's use what God gives to us and get what you want. I use the opportunity to play every African country, every president around the world, every black president around the world. Learn how to communicate with your African partner. That is the only way to solve your problem. That is the only way Africa can solve their problem. Because when we come together as an African, we're more greater. Because Africa is the mother of the earth. Africa resources is more than 30% out of 35% in the world. That's what makes us greater than any other continent. Africa have up to 54 countries, and each one of them have different resources. This is time for us to come together and be more greater.